Hello, my name is Melanie Talbert, and this is my signature project, Part 2, the impact of project-based learning on academic achievement. Every spring, students across the nation prepare and review for state testing. Teachers, principals, and stakeholders spend many hours analyzing the data to see how and where improvement can be made and proficiency can be obtained. The purpose of this study is to determine the impact of project-based learning on academic achievement. This proposal intends to investigate whether project-based learning will improve proficiency in the academic achievement on the ACAP, which is the Alabama Comprehensive Assessment Program at Rehoboth Elementary School. This project predicts that utilizing project-based instruction will improve engagement and student motivation, which will directly impact the correlation of academic achievement. The data. The following data shows the proficiency levels of students in reading, mathematics, and science on the ACAP assessment for the 2020-2021 school year. Students completed the ACAP the following spring. This data comes directly from the Alabama State Department of Education based on student scores. This data shows that students did not meet the 80% proficiency goal set forth by the state. NAEP data. NAEP is the National Assessment of Educational Progress, and it is a common measure of student achievement. This program is mandated by the U.S. Department of Education. Based on the NAEP data below, this also shows that Alabama has been below proficiency level for several years in reading and mathematics. It is interesting to note that in 2011, that was the only year that Alabama was at the same proficiency level in reading as the national public. Every other year, Alabama has been well below the national public level. These graphs display the low proficiency of math and reading in Alabama. The problem at this school is low student engagement, which is leading to low academic achievement. The problem this study will address is low academic achievement using curriculum-based instruction. In order to address this problem, project-based learning will be used to teach and assess the standards. In recent years, based on the data, statewide and school-wide standardized assessment scores have indicated that students have not met proficiency levels. Students also at RES are unmotivated, show low engagement during instruction, which in turn reflects the lower academic achievement. RES is a rural Title I school with over 50% of our students receiving free or reduced lunch. Over 1,200 students are in grades kindergarten through 5th grade, and that does not include pre-K. In 5th grade alone, we have over 200 students. The demographics are also listed. This can also note that this is a predominantly Caucasian school. Action plan. The research will be conducted through a quantitative study using the results from weekly assessments, rubrics, and scores from standardized testing as a method of data collection. A sample of 25 students from each of the 2 experimental and control groups, a total of 100 students, will be selected through a stratified random sample. Prior to the beginning of the school year, students will randomly be placed in classes by the principal, assistant principal, and counselor. Since 2 teachers are planning to participate in this study, 100 students will be a part of the study in total. Students will be divided at random to complete the study. One group will receive curriculum-based instruction in reading, one will receive project-based learning in reading, one group will receive curriculum-based instruction in mathematics, and one group will receive project-based learning in mathematics. Students will be arranged heterogeneously in ability. Ability levels will include special education students, gifted students, and a mixture of low ability, average ability, and high ability students based on academic performance. A mixture of genders, males and females, will also be included in the 2 classes. There will be a viable pool for results in both classes based on one class completing traditional curriculum-based instruction in each subject area, while the other class completes project-based instruction in each subject area. A stratified random sample will be used in this study. Instrumentation. The 2 control groups will receive curriculum-based instruction and complete weekly assessments based on the Basel Reader curriculum. The 2 experimental groups will receive project-based learning, and the teacher will evaluate students based on rubrics. As for the control groups, the CBI Mathematics and CBI Reading will receive traditional curriculum-based instruction. These classes will be led by a 5th grade math educator and a 5th grade reading educator at RES. The same teachers that lead math and reading classes will also lead the project-based learning instruction. The students that are in the class receiving project-based learning will be identified as the experimental group. The control group will be assessed based on the traditional assessments provided by the curriculum. The experimental group will be assessed on standards-based rubrics and the projects completed. Collaborative efforts. Classroom teachers will collaborate with instructional coaches and administrators to ensure proper teaching practices are being implemented. Teachers will collaborate with instructional coaches and administrators to review and analyze testing data to formulate the best practices to drive instruction. This will also ensure that all standards are being covered. The same teacher of each subject will teach the students for the entire duration of this study. Procedures. Classes will be created prior to the beginning of school, and there will be 4 5th grade classes that will participate. Students in curriculum-based instruction will receive curriculum-based instruction using a Basel reader for instruction with traditional assessments. Students in project-based learning will complete project-based learning where rubrics are used in place of these assessments. All students will be given the ACAP in the spring of this school year. Students in each group will test simultaneously in both subjects on the same date of each test. The only exception will be the absent students, and those students will make up their test on the date of their return. The data will be analyzed to see if and where improvements need to be made. The validity of the rubrics, assessments, and ACAP are reliable. The ACAP is a state assessment given to all students in Alabama grades 2 through 5. Assessments will differ based on the experimental groups and the control groups, but the ACAP will remain the same. The same assessment will be administered to all students at the end of the 9-month study. The ACAP is an online assessment designed to provide students, parents, teachers, administrators, and Alabama residents with information regarding student progress towards the mastery of Alabama Course of Study standards. As I said earlier, all students in grades 2 through 8 take assessments covering English language arts and math. Students in grades 4, 6, and 8 are also tested in science. These will be the instruments used for data collection and are the reliable sources since the assessments are confidential. Ethical considerations. There is 0 to minimal risk to participants. All participants' identities will be protected by using an assigned number. All participants' parents were given a consent form to grant permission for their child to participate in the study, as well as give them information of the research upon conclusion. Action plan results. As a result of this action plan, we hope to see improved student performance in all tested subject areas, that learning gaps will be bridged, improved social emotional needs, and improved test scores, all by using project-based learning. If students miss school due to sickness or withdrawal from the school, absenteeism could interfere with improved student achievement. If a student enrolls after the school year has begun and procedures have been set into place, this could also interfere with improved student achievement. If students request permission to be removed from the study or unable to for any reason complete the ACAP, this could also interfere with the improvement of the improved student achievement. If a student transfers from a different state and did not previously complete the ACAP, this would also interfere with the data. Changes to be made. Additional testing data may be needed. same type of assessments instead of using rubrics and written assessments. There may be a discrepancy there, so there may be changes that need to be looked into, and additional time may need to be spent on the study. We may need to follow these students from 2nd grade through 8th grade to follow their data to see how they improved. Thank you for your time.